Hello everyone, Jairam here. In this complete Python series, in today's video, we are going to learn one of the most important data types, which is the Boolean data types. So we'll see what is the Boolean data type, how it works, we can different operations we can perform using this data type. So let us see. I'm showing my presentation. Like here it's written like the Boolean data type has two values, either it's true or false. Like you can put the true or false value. Like if a variable is like is active, you can put true. If variable you are putting the value false, that will be like sometimes we require in general applications where we have to put the values like true or false. So basically these true and false are the two values of Boolean data type, and the class used by Python for Boolean data type is bool. So let us see some examples in VS Code, so it will give some better insights. So as I have mentioned here, is active and is available. I'm putting it these two variables here. Is active equal to true, right? And is available equal to false, right? So two variable I have taken and I put it the value true and false. And suppose that I want to check the data type of these two variables is active and is available. So how will check? Print type, sorry, not type error, I have to just type, and then variable name is active. So let us see what is the type of this variable. You see here it's printing class bool. Similarly, if we print type is available, right? So I can see here two bool you can see here. Another is for is active and next one is for this is available. So this is how we can check that a variable which is assigned a Boolean value, we can check the data type of that variable. Now next, Boolean can be used everywhere. You can use, like suppose that you are comparing two values, you can use the Boolean whether the condition is true or false. You can check the Boolean, like the first example I have written here, print 29 greater than 10. So it will either return true or false. So let us see how it's returning true or false. So I'm let comment this one, this two, print 29 or 39, maybe anything number. So let us see what is printing. I'm clearing the screen so that it will be better visibility, and I have just written here. You see true, because this condition is true, that's why by default it's returning Boolean. And if I change this to 100, 39 greater than 100, it should return false. So you see it's returning false. So this is the one thing, we can compare the values and you can check that it will return true or false. Another way is suppose that I am declaring two variables here. Commenting, I am declaring one variable as num1 equal to 100, num2 equal to 200 if num1 greater than num2. Basically this if a statement is for comparing. I will in detail we'll discuss in control structures in Python, but for now I'm just comparing. So print, we can print anything, compare value and print anything, right? Like here it is written, right? So we are comparing, it's returning true. If it's true, then print any number, num1 is greater, right? Similarly, if num2 greater than num1, print num2 is greater, right? So you see num1 greater than num2, either it will return true or false. If it's true, according to here, num1 is 100 and num2 is 200, it will return false and it will not go here. But here num2 is 200 and num1 is 100, it should print this one. So let us see what it's printing. It's means num2 is greater, correct? So if I print here, print num1 greater than num2, right? What it should print? In my opinion, it should print false because num1 is not greater than num2. So it's false. And according to this false, it's false, that's it's not printed, it's true, that's why it's printed. So this is how we can compare using the Python variables. Now we have another function, bool function, given by the Boolean data type. Here we can evaluate and any variable and we can check and return true or false, right? So suppose that I'm just commenting this one, and it should comment like this, right? And right, so let it match 200, both of condition will be false. Now I am printing here according to the first example, print bool high. Let's see what is printing. Print bool high. So according to my opinion, this is not a blank string, so it should print true. You see, it's printing true, right? And if there is a number, if you replace with any number, and you can assign that number to a variable x equal to 1 to 5, and if you print bool x, right? So it will return what is the Boolean, because there is some value. In my opinion, it should print true, right? So if you run this one, you see here true. So either you can check directly in the print, and you can check, assign a variable, and you can check the Boolean whether it's true or false, right? And almost any value is evaluated true if it has some content. So as you can see from these two examples, this one, I have some contents. If suppose that I am removing and put it blank, right? So what should it print? It's blank, then in my opinion it should print false. So let us see, you see, false. And similarly, if I let it comment it out and uncomment this one, and I am assigning 0 here, right? And what will print? It will also print false. But if I assign some value, it will print true. So this is how, if any value is assigned, then that will be assigned to a data type, whether it's a list or a string, or it's a set or tuple, or number 0, it will return false. So you can see, if I am, suppose that I am printing print bool, here I am taking is a blank tuple. So see, I'm clearing the screen, and then better picture you will see it's a false, right? Here's one true, so I'm yet comment, then you see false. Similarly, if you print comment it, print bool, and then any blank list, so it should also print false, right? Similarly, if you print bool and any empty set, you will get false. So almost every empty, whether it's a string or set or list or tuple, or this will return false. Now the next point is Boolean operators. So this is very interesting, and we should understand what are the or, and, not equal to, not equal to. These are the operators generally we use when you talk about the Boolean operators. So before going much into that one, what it means the or? Or means if you have two variables, and if any one of the variable is true, whether another is false, we'll get the true. Similarly, the AND is, though if two variables are the Boolean value are true, then it will be true. One of the false, then false. If both are false, then false. So let us see. I'm just showing through one diagram. It will be much helpful. So this is the, I'm talking about AND Boolean operator, right? I'm creating one table here, right? And one column here, right? Here is a variable A and here is variable B, and I'm performing AND operation on this. Suppose that A variable Boolean type is true and variable B Boolean type is true, and here is the AND condition. If both are true, then we'll get true. Suppose A is true but B is false, then we will got false. If A is false, B is true, we'll get again false. If A is false, B is false, we definitely get false. So this is how AND operator works if on the two variables, right? Similarly, if we create a table for A, B, or, right? So here, if A is true, B is true, we'll get true. If A is true, B is false, we'll get true. If A is false and B is true, we'll get true. If both are false, we get false. This is how Boolean operator on using and or works, right? And there is a not. If a variable is true and I'm applying not, it means false, right? Similarly, variable is false and applying not, it will be true, right? So this is how we can take some example in VS Code. So suppose that I have A equal to 10, B equal to 20, C equal to 30, right? If A greater than B and A greater than C, if A is greater than B and A greater than C, print A is largest, right? So if you see here, A greater than B, here is A greater than B, false. Here A greater than C, this is also false. The false, false and AND operator, then this will not print, right? If B greater than A and B greater than C, print B is largest, right? So here B is greater than A, true, this is true, and B is greater than C, this is false. This will also not work. right? If C is greater than A and C is greater than B, print C is largest. So this is the only one condition where our satisfied, then we can say that it will print C is largest. C is largest, right? So this is how AND works. And suppose that I am putting here OR in place of, here it's a if A greater than B or A greater than C. So this is another statement. It's a, we are putting here OR. So if any one is true, but here if you see neither A is greater than B or neither A is greater than C, this will not print. If B is greater than A or B is greater than C, here it's a true, this will print, but this is not largest. B is greater, you can write just here, and if C is greater than A or C is greater than B, C is larger, right? So here two conditions are satisfying. B is greater than, here larger you can say, not largest. I'm just clearing the screen, right? So these two conditions are satisfying, that's why it's printed. This is how AND and OR works. And what is another was, what is equal to, not equal to. So suppose that I have one variable is active equal to true. So this variable is already defined, so it's I'm taking is act, I'm taking is act equal to what's wrong, is act suppose I am printing is active, right? Then you will see it's a true. But if you apply not, then it firstly you see it was true. But if once you written not, it's become false. So this is how you can apply the not. Similarly, is available, right? I'm running this one, it is available is not true because it was false. It's just reversing. Whatever is there, we just reversing. So this is equal, we check the equal, both the numbers are equal, and if both the numbers are not equal, then this is the another Boolean operator. This is how we can compare type and value, right? Suppose here I am taking here if A equal to B, right? So it's just, is it true? Print A is equal to B, right? And if A not equal to B, print A is not equal to B, right? So I'm just commenting this one, and for the time being I'm removing this one. So you see one is comparison with so let us see print. So, let me clear for clear visibility, again run. A is not equal to B, A is not equal to B, clearly A is equal to B, right? So that's why it's only printing. But if the value of A and B are equal, and then if I run, you'll get A is equal to B, because this condition is true. So this is how Boolean operator works. So I hope you got the basic understanding for Booleans, basic, and what are the different operators are there for Booleans, what are the operations we can perform, how true and false value can be returned. So hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have yet not subscribed my channel, subscribe. In the next video I'm coming with a new topic of Python. Till then, enjoy.